Ladies and gentlemen, an order was given today by the Communication Authority of Kenya, led by its chair, one Ezra Chiloba, a man that I bet his name rings into your ears once it's mentioned. During the era of the former president Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, when he was accused on the interference of the elections of the year 2017. So he is the leader of Communication Authority of Kenya. And the order was that every television in this country, every broadcasting company in this country, to cease from broadcasting live or issues on matters demonstrations today. Now, what did that mean? That meant that the demonstrators did not have the security of the media, because the media, in one way or the other, offers security to what? To the demonstrators. In obtaining the videos and having coverage of the events of demonstrations, that means the police are scared in firing live ammunition at the demonstrators, assaulting the demonstrators, and going ahead to violate the rights of the people of the Republic of Kenya. But Ezra Chiloba saw it fit to order every media station in the country to cease from continuing with live broadcast of today's demos. Few televisions, including Citizen TV and Royal Media Services, went ahead to stop that immediately. Other stations also stopped, but a few stations, including Switch TV, including one KTN and a Standard Media Group, they refused and said that their legal team will deal with the matter later. But one thing that they're not going to do is that they're not going to stop the live broadcast of the demonstrations today, because they knew their work. And the Constitution protects the media. It gives clear outlines on how the media should function. And can you imagine the Communication Authority of Kenya going to switch off the signal of Kenya television, Kenya network television, that is KTN, one of the biggest, one of the top three media stations that we have in the 254, switching it because of just hearing demonstration? It's something that proves beyond reasonable doubt that every entity in this country is compromised to the core by the executive. But one straw of hope that we cling on is the judiciary. And as I speak, an order has been given by the High Court of Kenya, which has ordered that the said order given by the Communication Authority of Kenya remains null and void. Justice Chacha Mwita on Wednesday, June 25th, has ordered Communication Authority to reinstate the broadcasting signals for the TV stations that were switched off for failing to comply with the directive of not covering the demonstration. The High Court has suspended a directive by the Communication Authority of Kenya, CA, that all television and radio stations stop live coverage of the June 25th demonstration. Justice Chacha Mwita on Wednesday, June 25th, also ordered Communication Authority to reinstate the broadcasting signals for the TV stations that were switched off for failing to comply with the directive. And I read that a conservatory order is hereby issued suspending with immediate effect the directive reference number CACE BCTV 90A or any other directive issued by the Communication Authority of Kenya to all television and radio stations directing them to stop live coverage of the demonstrations of 25th of June 2025 or any other demonstrations until the hearing and determination of the application and petition, stated the ruling in part. That any broadcasting signals that may have been switched off as a result of the referenced directive be restored with immediate effect, pending further orders of the court. That service of this order may be effected through email and may also be served by publishing it in live television broadcast or through newspapers. I mean, this is one of the great news that we have received this evening. A lot of things happen today. A lot of things. The people spoke. The people proved beyond reasonable doubt on how tired they are with this regime. And I tell you, the fear that has crept inside the ruling majority in this country speaks a lot of volumes. They know that they have lost the will of the people. They have lost the trust of the people. So there is in no way that President William Ruto is a man that has tried to invade every entity in the Republic of Kenya for the last 2 or 3 years that he has been in power. But one entity that he has failed to invade and use it as a tool of intimidation against the people of the Republic of Kenya is the judiciary. Though for a certain level, the judiciary has been compromised. But in such rulings, it gives the people of the Republic of Kenya hope. It gives the people of the Republic of Kenya that there is sanity in the judiciary that actually might give them their rights when it comes to even the 2027 general election. Because let me tell you, President William Ruto reconstituted the IEBC. The IEBC, we all know that it's an entity that is compromised to the latter because every commissioner that was installed in the IEBC is in one way or the other linked to William Ruto or his allies. So if the IEBC is linked to William Ruto and their allies, are we sure that this IEBC is going to give us our right in the year 2027 when the people vote against the government? Because you can't tell me, with the fury that has been expressed in different parts of the country, that there is still anybody that believes in William Ruto. In his own backyard today in Eldoret, demonstrations rocked the day. Kisumu today, Omabe today, demonstrations were there. Which tells you what? Even the marriage between Raila Amolo Odinga and William Ruto is not going to last beyond this. Because it comes a time that you realize even what I'm getting is not worth it. And that is what will happen with Raila Amolo Odinga. Raila Amolo Odinga will realize that, you know what? This is an anarchical regime. And remember, these are same tactics that were trying to be deployed by Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta during his reign in the year 2018, when Raila Amolo Odinga, together with his team, went ahead to swear him as the president of the people in Uhuru Park. Uhuru tried to shut down several TV stations in the country. But at the end of the day, democracy and rule of law took the day. It's the same thing that William Ruto has tried, but he has failed. And all we can say, if there is one thing that you cannot do at this time and era, is to tame the media. Because even if you tame the mainstream media, everybody today, in one way or the other, has a Facebook account, they have a YouTube account, they have a Twitter account, they have a TikTok account, and they have a certain number of followers. Just sharing a clip in those social media platforms It goes viral, and it breaks the norm that William Ruto is trying to control. That he can just manipulate, the media and the narrative that is being sold all over the world. Remember, BBC was here covering these same demonstrations today. Larry Madoho was here covering these demonstrations today, which tells you that the world is seeing. You might cut the signal of Citizen TV or Standard Media Group, or KTN or NTV, but you cannot go to, to switch off the signal of CNN in the United States of America. You cannot switch off how I take a video or how I record a video. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what's happened. That was what has been going on. Leave a comment in the comment section. See you in our next video. Tell me, what do you think William Ruto is currently feeling?